Good morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Simone was born as a anti-spiral. So, in this What If, it's a kind of scary. Alright. So, the I did change the switch roles with Simone and her. So, on spoilers, if you haven't seen Gurren Lagann, and yeah, it basically means that go watch the anime Himi show thing. It's on Hulu, so if you guys don't have Hulu, that's sad for you. So yeah, so let's begin. So before we start, so Nia wasn't in this alternate timeline. She is not anti-spiral. She is a full spiral. Basically, yeah. And she gets cared by her father. Not like out of rudeness, but but he's trying to find her a husband where yeah. So let's begin. Yeah. So there was this war going on between anti-spirals and the anti-spirals. As this kid, or Simone, has battled him before. Not not in the couple episodes thing, but him battling with or against as he says, Simone, the anti-spiral king. You will battle me here and now. Oh, good. But I may warn you. As the anti-spiral drill cannon, as he goes in, as he says that, and they start battling. Of course, Spiral King lost us the fight. So but instead of Simone kills him, he told him to run back to your home world. As he says, I'm feeling generous. As he's feeling like something's missing from his life. As he sat back on his throne. As he could tell, or the most royal servant of his could tell that something is a little bit off about Simon, as he asks him, "Sire, what's wrong?" Yeah. So, hold on, wait. So, yeah, Zuko ends up basically sorry. It says it's weird feeling. Like, we never, or none of us felt the how of love. Yeah, don't let it corrupt you. I won't. Just that. It's just okay. As the auti-spiral or entire race respects Simon so much, like treated him as a king. So yeah, because Simon is the most powerfulest person in the entire world, entire universe, multiverse, everything. And so, but one day, he decided to straight up kill Simon. Yeah. Pierced right through his chest. Straight up murdering him. As his body evaporated. As it got like, so the parents, the ones that usually in the alternate timeline or in the canon version that got killed, but in this alternate timeline, they gave birth to Simon, like his reincarnation, into the Simon the Digger. So, yeah. And, yeah. Like, the one that we all know and love. This guy. Yeah. So he is he still has all that power, still accesses it. So yeah, so he goes and like Kamina thing was his like blood brother. So yeah, but Simon and him aren't from the same like spiral, because he is a auti-spiral that got reincarnated as a him as he could. So he dug. It was horrifying for him to see people's faces that are like, yeah, that are depressed, and as he doesn't. So he drills and he found a key. This one. As it was infused with something anti-spiral or spiral, as he had it in his pocket, or he wore it. As, yeah, of course, his parents were almost meet their end. Or did in canon. So he, because that family that he was like, was reincarnated into, like their child, was actually his like parents. So he kind of feel bad for Kamina, because that was his last parents, and yeah, so he kept drilling. So after he found the key, and then he found a Gundam, the Gurren Lagann, basically, and yeah, that machine down there. It's like similar to everything. So they meet Yoko as the as the one of the Gundams followed her. As he's ready, as he knew what it is, that Gundam. It was one of those like, um, sorry. It was. I'm trying to zoom in. It's this one right here. Follows it, like in canon. But they. So they found Logon. And when he sat in it, then the spiral power overrided his, or actually infused himself, as Simone went from Simone the spiral, or no, Simone the anti-spiral, to Digger, to being the owner of the spirals. Like his power level, like he says, hold on tight, as he, as the common believes that the people like him should be on Gurren Lagann's team, or Gurren's team. So yeah, so they do a similar thing into canon as he like does that like little thing because he used his like power of his own anti-spiral, but it also like spiral infused it into himself. Basically, he became the one above all, none of everything. So yeah, he knows all, sees all, and all that stuff. He he or his emotions of happiness boosted to like he's still trying to decide if he wants to date somebody like Yoko or just hold on to the all that stuff. Well, of course, he's holding on to till a perfect girl comes out of nowhere because the as the, that of course Simon has the power of because now his power level went through the roof through the entire galaxy. So like past the destiny power level. He goes beyond as he feels. So when he was doing the water, he could sense something something inside. Sorry, I'm thinking something inside of those. But of course, before he did that, he asks Yoko if he could borrow one of the arrows for a minute or for the. Eh? Sure. As he pulls out Yoko's arrow, with just one hand still pumping the water into a barrel. As he throws it, like how the um, um, how like Yoko is a good sniper from far away, but when coming to like senses, like detects a person or certain person's heartbeat, he threw the arrow at exact same time. It bounced off a boulder and hit Viral right in the shoulder blade. As he thought one of his arrows pierced right through his shoulder. As turns out, as because yeah. Plus, of course, Gurren is still got captured. Gurren, but now Simon walks over as he's in this alternate timeline, he is not afraid. As he, as Simon says, you must be one of the Spiral King's lackeys, aren't you? As the virile, oh, or you must be virile, the one of those hounds. Am I right? As you pierced right through my shoulder. You didn't even see me. How did you know where I was? Because your aura gave it away. See, I could go into your soul and see it. But you don't know how powerful you will become. As something tells Viral that this human isn't a human at all. What's your name? Simon is my name. As his eyes start to widen, as he fell backwards on his butt, you hear? Are you an imposter? No, I'm a real deal. As he's freaking out, because he never dealt with a anti-spiral king on his own. So he goes into his Gundam as Simon Own says, I have one too. As he goes into his, as the so they did a combined thing and all that stuff. As he's freaking out, or because you humans, you brought out the one of our main enemies, the most powerfulest one of them all. Oh, don't you see? Simon is not just a human. As he's stuttering over his words, he is the anti-spiral king. And he's the most powerfulest person. As Carmina says, that's nonsense. He's our friend. He is my blood brother. As actually Simon in this alternate timeline, he had a separate family that was on anti-spiral one, that they loved him so much. They cared about him. But when they heard that their most royal servant killed him, they were on the throne and yeah, all that stuff. So, yeah, Zuko ends up going to Bling. As he says, as the beam of light from Viral's Gundam, sorry, like that attack at them to see if they could, or if he could just, but in the end, he used a drill to go hide. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Simon used his drilling power, so he drilled to create a hole for the Logan and Gurren to be able to escape from, because as he tells his his brother that if he wasn't there to protect him he could have has died. But let's move forward, okay? That's a minor setback. Hey, you got a crazy idea. As they were walking back, the let's say Yoko was riding with Gurren, or no, Logon. Sorry, Logon. As she tells him that is it true that you're auti-spiral? Oh, King? Yes. The I have the power of infinity and zero, or I'm the most powerfulest auti-spiral in the world, or in the universe, everything. But now, how I have been reborn as a past a destiny king. And what as as Yoko's like, what does that mean? Well, I have now achieved the powers of auti-spiral and spiral, and I I kind of feel bad for your species, or for you humans lived underground um through most of your lives. How does it I don't understand that. But when I saw him, like when I saw what happened to his parents, I made a promise to myself. But Kamina does not, like, I don't want Kamina to think that I'll be rude to him. I'll protect him no matter what. I do not want to fail and all that stuff. As Yoko, who says, huh, well, if that's true, the so well, you were born from the auti-spirals, aren't you? Yeah, but don't worry, I won't. Um, I I have no interest in killing, but instead, I don't feel like myself. What do you mean? Normally, auti-spirals have no emotion to whom, like, because we always and was afraid of being the of Spiral nemesis. Yes, but now I see why that there's two sides of every story. Eh, but for me, this feeling, how much do you love my a, a blood brother? I'll always still call him that. Well, as she's blushing, because no one asked her that how much she loves her or loves him. That lunatic? Yeah. And all that stuff. Oh. So, yeah. So then, and why do you say that? Well, because I do know that probably deep down in your soul, you probably love him more than anything in the world. And her face turns brightest red. And usually, as he says, usually kings could judge people by their souls, if they're good or not. So, I'll be right back. So, this one. So, Yoko is so embarrassed that because she understands why she's embarrassed. Oh, sorry. Hold on, give me a moment. So yeah, they basically are. So Yoko was embarrassed because Simone asked her that about like Hamina, and like as she could not believe that, and halfway through or halfway, she's like, okay, so you know more about the people's souls. I know that you'll probably do something. I'll probably ask him the same question about you. As she says, you better not, hon. And it's too embarrassing for me at this moment. Huh. Really. The it's how I judge people. I never keep secrets from my blood brother. Or should I say blood in arms brother? Because we do not care about who will be the only person. And at the so have or the like now we go switch over to Spiral King. And as Viral is like startled as he tells the Raging Wave, this guy, the report. As Raging Wave could not believe that the most powerful anti-spiral is living among humans. And as he reports it into Spiral King, and the Spiral King is like, huh, the one that lets me get away. has now be on our turfs. So, all troops, we need to go kill this anti-spiral king, no matter what the cost. Okay? Understood, sir. As all of the waves, or whatever they're called, all the troops and their commanders were all going right to their. So he says, yep, no. Now when they got back, Simon asked his blood brother away from Kamina, or no, the Yoko's hearing thing, and then he asks him that, as he doesn't know what he means. But he asked Simon, "Is it true that you are the anti-spiral king?" "Yep. Still I am. It's just been reincarnated or been reborn." When Yoko asked the same question, "That's why you two are probably a cute couple." And yeah. So, I don't keep things from, except for that one. So then everybody's like, so now so they got travel. They meet him and his like three sisters, as of course Gurren Lagann was formed, but its power boosted. Yeah, like Viral's helmet was like broke off and like got onto Gurren, like his helmet, his crown. But this one, you see where, so this part right here represents it's anti-spiral, because Zuko, or Simon, I keep saying Zuko somehow, sorry. And then this guy right here, or this side, represents the spiral, and then the third eye basically sees all, knows the whole thing. Like, this mecha is now has more full power. Yeah. As they do the battle thing, and yeah, he won, and then they go on the trips, and please wait for part 2 to be filmed. Thank you.